Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do a Pisces February reading. So this is just going to be an overall energy reading for Pisces for the month of February. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. You know, as a general rule, your sun sign represents kind of like the totality of who you are, right? Everything that's going on in your conscious world, right? And so that's, watching readings for your sun sign is, it should always kind of give you some sort of insight on like everything that's going on in your conscious world, right? Your moon sign is going to be everything that goes on in your subconscious. It's going to be all the emotional stuff. It's going to be all the stuff that maybe you're not necessarily seeing. And so if you watch readings that for your moon sign, you might get a lot more insight as to the things that are going on in your subconscious world, the things that you might not be seeing very clearly. In the same aspect, your Venus placement is going to reflect your relationship to love, to money, to enjoyment, to pleasure. And so anything surrounding that, if you watch readings based on your Venus placement, those readings should connect more to that energy in your life. And so, if you really want to kind of get into alignment with, the readings that you're watching, you can even take it a step further. If you're struggling with things not moving, look at what your Mars placement is, because that's your energy of movement. And so watching a reading that is the same as your Mars placement would help you to kind of gauge what's going on in the movement in your life. Jupiter is the planet of growth and expansion and luck. So if you're looking for guidance into that, look at that. Saturn is going to show your restrictions and things you need to take responsibility for. So, if you're feeling stuck, then look at readings based on your Saturn placement. Your North Node is going to tell you your purpose and your path forward. Your South Node is going to reflect what's holding you back. Your Chiron placement is going to reflect the things that are going to trigger you, the things that are painful. Mercury is going to reflect your communication, your learning. Did I cover everything? There's Uranus and Pluto. Those are just more collective energies. But if you wanted to take it that far, Pluto represents change and transformation in your life. Uranus represents breakthroughs, new ideas, thinking outside of the box. So that's my spiel. All right, so let's see what messages are wanting to come through for you. What are the overall messages that your guides want you to know right now? What do you need to know overall for the month of February? Okay, you're really being guided to focus on your feminine energy right now, in the sense of your feminine energy is your subconscious. It's the things that you let flow into your life. It's the things that you let yourself get comfortable with. it kind of reflects the love that you have for yourself, the care that you have for yourself, the compassion that you have for yourself. It's, yes, your feminine side is also reflecting the love that you give to other people, your ability to love, but your ability, to love other people is determined by how much love you're willing to give yourself. There's something that you're allowing to continue to show up, that might be preventing you from receiving the things that are going to make you feel good. You feel like you keep getting stuck in the same cycle, but it's because there's something that you continue to accept and you continue to allow that is preventing you from moving forward, that is making it to where the past continues to repeat itself. What you allow is what will continue. What you accept, you are saying you want more of. And so if somebody continuously treats you like shit and you don't assert yourself and put up boundaries, then you are telling that person that that's okay, that that's what you love about them. You're telling the universe that that's what you want. If you're continuously forcing yourself to remain in the situation that doesn't feel good, just you allowing it is saying that you want more of it. A lot of times we're waiting to be saved. Like everything, even religion and the Bible kind of expresses that, you're just meant to be, good and loving and sacrifice yourself. And eventually God will feel sorry for you and have pity for you and come rescue you. We're always waiting for love to come in to rescue us. But what you are allowing and accepting, assuming that somebody's going to pull you out of the things that don't make you happy, assuming that somebody is going to rescue from your suffering while remaining and allowing the things that hurt you to continue, that's not how it works. It's you can't find comfort in playing the victim in hopes that somebody's going to come rescue you. And I'm not saying that that's the space that you're sitting in. I'm not accusing you of being a victim, but if there's something that is continuing to happen in your life and you don't want it and you're wanting it to go away, every single time that you accept it or agree to it or even say, see, this keeps happening to me, you're agreeing to that, you're allowing that to continue more. The past continues to repeat itself through lack of presence. So what that means is, if you keep replaying past events, if you keep retelling yourself the same story, then that is going to be what repeats in your life. If you don't want the past to repeat itself, then you have to take some sort of initiative to not allow things into your present energy that you don't want to see in your future. You also have Goddess Saraswati coming up. So Goddess Saraswati is a divine feminine goddess. She is the goddess that helps you to bring in spiritual love. She's the goddess that helps you bring in like genuine love, authentic love. She's, a divine feminine goddess. She also encourages you to let go of your attachment to the material world in order to receive what it is that you want to receive. And so, like, if you're wanting love and you want love because you want to feel good, and in the meantime you're drinking because that makes you feel good in the meantime and that helps you numb the pain, and you're connecting yourself to physical temporary pleasure. You know what I mean? Let me get a little bit more. it also kind of like, if you want better and you want the best, if you want this ideal love, you have to be willing to go through the discomfort of letting go of all of these other things that are giving you temporary comfort or temporary satisfaction, especially if they're things that you know aren't necessarily good or aren't necessarily healthy. Or you know that you don't want those things in your future. Somewhere along the line, you have had to humble yourself or humiliate yourself, or you have had to kind of like take a step down, start all over, work your way back up to the top. You feel like you've done something wrong, maybe that you need to make up for, but somewhere along the line, you took on the idea that you needed to humble yourself. You needed to work harder than most people to get what you want. You've been humble long enough. You've put in the work. You don't need to humiliate yourself or lower yourself in order to get what you want. I feel like for some of you, it's like, for some of you, it might be that somebody said that you hurt them, or you were responsible for something bad happening. And so you're trying to make up for it, and the person just keeps adding more and more things. Like, it's never going to end. For some of you, it might be the other way around. It might be that somebody hurt you, and so you've kind of set the expectations that you need for this person to build up trust in order for you to let them back in. Like, enough is enough. Like, if they haven't proven themselves by now, then wherever you stand in it, you're creating unequal dynamics, and it's going to just be a nonstop, constant power struggle. Yeah, you should not have to humble yourself or humiliate yourself or sacrifice yourself or play any sort of strategic mind game in order to get something that you want, in order to get love from another person. This working hard, playing games, putting in all of this, humiliating, draining effort is not love. It's not a healthy relationship. You're meant to support each other. I also feel for some of you like you've learned your lesson. You've gone through the struggle enough. It's time for you to start connecting to what is meant for you, connecting to joy, connecting to happiness. And so it's like you're kind of like, the TikTok card also represents karma, right? And the way to break through karmic energies is by taking different action when you're presented with the same issue. So you keep seeing this past cycle repeat itself, but when it comes back around, you're still allowing it into your experience. You're still accepting it into your experience. You're still accepting the idea that you are not worthy of love, or you need to humble yourself, or you need to work hard at it, and it should not be like that. It should be an equal energy exchange. There should be equal give and take. It shouldn't be that I need to prove myself to you in order to get love from you. It shouldn't mean that I have to be or act a certain way in order to have harmony in this connection. You're showing up as the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a really good energy. A Ten of Pentacles is, you know, somebody that's in it for the long haul, somebody that has put in the work, somebody that has worked really hard to build this legacy, to build this sense of stability. But it also kind of feels like this, it's kind of like, it's kind of like the family line. Like, this is how my parents have done it. This is how their parents did it. This is how their parents did it. This is how my mom treated my dad. This is how, you know, this is, you know what I mean? It's like you're following a family line, or you're following a family pattern. You're sticking to family traditions in some aspect, especially in regards to commitments, relationships, even your relationship to money. But if you really looked at your family line, is that the type of relationships that you want? No disrespect to your family, obviously. I also feel like you've kind of like, you've come as far as you can go on this path. It's not like, it's not going to evolve any further. For some of you, you might be in a long-term commitment with somebody, and it's like there's no change. Like, it's not going to evolve any further. The person that you're dealing with might be very set in their ways. And I feel like with the Five of Wands being what's crossing you, there's a desire for change, or the legacy that you're trying to leave, or what you're trying to build is not the same as other people around you. There's some sort of conflict, but there's also some like push for change that is coming towards you. There might be like something coming in to like threaten your stability, threaten your sense of security. There's change. It's change. There is a need for change. I feel like you have a desire for change. You have a desire for more. You have a desire for growth. But it goes against what you have traditionally been doing, how you have traditionally been moving. Even like the goals that you set up for yourself. You know, when you turned 25, you were like, okay, I want to, you know, be at this point in my career, at this age. I want to be married and have this many kids at this point in my life. And it's like, now that you've kind of gotten there, it's like, okay, this is not really what I want. I want more. It's like you're ready for the next step. You've been the person that has been committed to working to keep peace and working to keep harmony within your relationships, within your family, within your job. You've always been the person that has maintained balance, that has tried to make other people happy, tried to make everything comfortable and content. But that is not serving you right now. Because everybody else around you is good, but you're feeling very conflicted and not satisfied. You feel very stuck to whatever this is. You're feeling this pull for change, and it almost feels like something is really pulling at you, like heavy. And it's either you're digging your heels in because you feel like you have no other choice. You feel like I can't go in this direction. I can't do this. I'm stuck to this. But there is an opportunity for change. There is an opportunity for growth. There's something exciting in front of you. There's something exciting coming in. You might not feel like you have the energy to go for it or the energy to deal with it. Yeah, because you feel, you definitely are feeling like you've just been fighting a battle for a long time. It's like what you've committed yourself to long term is not giving you any sort of satisfaction. But you also hold on to the belief that you have to stay loyal to a certain way of doing things or loyal to a certain group of people. But you are changing. You're changing. There's no denying that you're changing. And you're changing in a very, very profound way, in a very powerful way, in a very beautiful way. But it's kind of like there's people around you that have found a lot of comfort and security and stability in you being the way that you were, being the person that just wants to make everybody else happy at the expense of yourself. The outcome is the Page of Pentacles. There's what appears to be a very small opportunity to start moving in a different direction, to learn something new, to start over in some aspect or challenge your beliefs. Challenge what you're committing yourself to. Like, you've done it this way. Like, your parents gave you guidance, this is how you should move forward and live your life. Like you went about it the traditional way. You have followed the rules. You have done the right thing. You have been fair to people. You have given, you've shown love to other people, and you feel stuck. And so you're kind of being shown like this is an opportunity for you to start doing things your way. Because this desire that you're feeling is not going anywhere. I feel like this came up before somewhere. I don't know if it came out in the last reading that I did for you guys. Your guidance is Four of Cups. If you keep focusing on the things that are making you unhappy, you're missing that just feeling that sense of discomfort, feeling that desire for change, just that present alone is showing you that there's an opportunity for something new to come in. But if you keep focusing on what's not working, you're going to kind of get stuck in the same cycle. Though the World card is telling you close out this cycle and start something new, even if it feels uncomfortable. Because what you're not seeing is Two of Wands. You have a choice. This is your choice. You are not stuck to this. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You are being given permission to go after and have what you want. it's your current belief about what your obligations are that are keeping you stuck. You feel a huge sense of responsibility, and that is what is keeping you stuck. But what your guides are saying is it's your own belief about what you feel responsible for that is keeping you stuck. If you really looked at it more deeply, you would realize that you don't owe anybody anything. I hope that makes sense, and I'm sending you guys lots of love. Bye-bye.